And what's cracking, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is going to be a quick update on the one, the only Cardano. Cardano has ripped to the upside. We're currently living at around 49 cents per ADA. Now, this is what I was telling you, right? We were actually in that range of resistance, 40 to 45 cents. But I told you that, hey, you know, it's difficult to take a trade here. Yes, it is. Could we actually break from here? Very, very possible. Very, very plausible. In fact, in yesterday's live stream, Sean had asked me this question.
Sure, you think Cardano breaks its resistance by end of week, or what are your thoughts?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I know, man, I sound too cocky, though. And I was cocky for a reason, right? In the last analysis, I told you guys that a lot of people are finding themselves short. I'm just assessing sentiment across the board. I'm like, and what happens in these sort of junctures is that anyone who finds themselves short of their Cardano position, what are they likely going to do? Their pain is more so to do with Cardano moving to the upside. So as Cardano keeps ticking up and ticking up and ticking up, consider everyone who's not in position. What are they likely going to do? They're going to end up capitulating on that pain, and they're going to end up buying higher, right? When you buy at higher prices, what does that do to price? Think about the order book at this point. It's going to drive price up even further, right? So while everyone was looking for that pullback, I was bracing myself for a freaking breakout right here. Now, of course, guys, I have a process of actually appraising these regions of support and resistance to figure out whether or not an asset could actually break resistance or it could get rejected at resistance, right? For those of you in the Mango Sprouts program, I essentially reveal the entire system here on this lesson of appraising support and resistance levels. All right, it's more so a build-up, so make sure you're not skipping anything in between before you hit that lesson. But go ahead and check it out because it's going to help you with all the other cryptocurrencies, all the other assets, not just cryptos, even if you're trading TradFi. Okay, it's going to help you really, really understand if your region is likely going to break or if it's going to hold. I was very, very excited to be introducing that chapter to you guys because I know that when I first started trading, this was a huge pain point for me. Right? I used to see price up against resistance. I'm like, no, it's resistance. I'm not going to buy here. And what used to happen was price used to rip like this, like on Cardano, right? And then in some instances where I was just like, oh no, price is going to end up ripping here, price ended up doing this instead. And I really, really hated being in those positions, man. Because at times when I saw price against resistance and I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be prudent. I'm going to wait on my bid. Price ended up doing something like this and it left me in pain. And on the times where I decided that, hey, you know what, this time around, I'm going to be brave, all right? I'm going to be that brave trader. I'm going to put on that trade. Prices ended up dumping on me, right? So it was pain on either side, and I hated being there, right? But as soon as I learned to really appraise these regions of resistance and support, game changer. All right, it was a huge freaking game changer. At this point, yesterday, by the way, right before the live stream, I actually added to my position. And Sean was just like, Krisha, price has rallied. Maybe you should wait on a pullback. I'm like, no, it's going to rally even still. Right, so I was very, very happy to see the continuation when I woke up this morning. Now, as far as current price action is concerned, guys, Cardano is currently trading at around 49 cents. Now, I think everyone's trying to figure out whether Cardano actually sees additional, like basically this pump keeps continuing to the upside, or does Cardano actually see a pullback right here? Right, so that's the number one question on everyone's minds. So with that, let's get into the Mango dashboard. I'm always going to tell you guys to have like a step process. Okay, you want to always make sure you have a trading process. That way, you are not fumbling when you're getting onto your charts or when you actually have to execute on your trades. All right, so have a process. My process always starts with the Mango dashboard. Literally, I wake up in the morning, okay, and my first tab is app.mangoresearch.co. Get onto the dashboard. I already have Cardano filtered out on here. Okay, so this is the daily time frame. Get into ADA USDT. All right, so you can see right off the bat, we have bullish long trend signals across the board. Okay, no flags for concern, no bearish flags. As far as returns are concerned, we have positive returns too. And even if you have to look at the lowest time frame, if you caught a trade even on the 4-hour time frame, which is the lowest time frame on the dashboard, you're up by a good 22% when this reversal actually came in 4.2 days ago. In fact, you and I, we did an analysis video catching these trends when they went off. Do you know that? No? For those of you who've been following the Cardano story, let me take you back to, well, 5 days ago during this phase right here. I was really, really excited, I remember. Let me just rewind a bit. Looking good. It's actually looking really good on the daily time frame, especially. It's telling me that the bulls are in control. They're in control across the board, and they have a lot more juice left in them. Okay, that's the overarching picture I'm getting from the dashboard. Can you guys see the excitement on my face right now? From the 4-hour time frame to the weekly time frame, we have bullish long signals across the board, positive returns. Okay, which is telling you that hey, the bulls are actually seeing a bit of continuation to the upside on all time frames right now. And also notice, okay, at that point, the 4-hour time frame, it had flipped long. That bullish trend was given to us 20 hours ago back then. So this was 5 days ago, okay? So we had literally just about got the 4-hour trend switch, okay, from whatever, neutral or short to long. Okay, well, all we know is that it flipped bullish. The returns at that point was only 1.67%, guys. And what I want you guys to notice is that 4-hour trend that switched long back then, which was 5 days ago, is still long even today. It hasn't switched since then, since we last did this video, right? If you don't believe me, get onto the dashboard, look at the 4-hour trend, look at when the reversal actually came in, all right? And if you manage to catch that trade back then, you're up by a good 22% today, right? When we first caught it, it was like 1%, right? That 1% has grown to 22%. All right, but now, unlike back then when we did that video and we had a blue volatility profile, notice the volatility profile today, we have, well, red, high volatility, 88 all the way spanning to 91. So 4-hour, 12-hour, and daily is saying high volatility numbers. Okay, however, the 2 days giving me pause in that what we could see here, the primary insight that I'm getting from the dashboard is that we could see a pullback on our lower time frames, but only for price to then likely, plausibly, bounce off of higher time frame support. Okay, that is the main insight. For those of you who want a visualization, say price is trending up right now, but say because of that volatility expanding to those high red numbers, we see a pullback. This pullback is likely going to see a pickup, okay, where the bulls are going to pick price up, but it's going to get supported on higher time frame support. All right, so we're going to see price pull back into higher time frame support. This is where Cardano is likely going to catch a bid and then off to the races once again. Right, that's the primary insight that I'm getting from the dashboard for now. But now I want to see if there's any sort of price action to back up that play, because what would be ideal is for us to be like, oh, okay, we're seeing resistance right here on Cardano. This is where we could actually expect that lower time frame pullback, right? Can we actually see that? Well, first off, let's get on over to the weekly time frame. I want to first see if there's any region of resistance coming in above us. There is minor resistance, but this comes in at around 51 cents. And you can see that price is almost there at around 51 cents. So I would not be surprised if we actually see a minor move, another, what, 5%? Yeah, 5% all the way up to 51 cents before we can actually anticipate a lower time frame pullback. Okay, but if I really have to evaluate the support and resistance regions on this time frame right here, let me just fix my thing. Okay, if I have to really evaluate the support and resistance on this time frame, this is the primary target that I see overhead as. Okay, this comes in at around 57 cents, basically looking at these closes right here, and then going all the way up to 69 cents per ADA. And if I have to evaluate the next move based on this target range, Cardano could very well have a good 15, okay, all the way to 40% still left on this move. Alrighty, and not just that, there's one more confluencing factor right here. Notice if I take you on over to the daily time frame, Cardano, I mean, it broke out of a bull flag, right? This right here is the bull flag pattern. And this bull flag has activated, okay? It's already active. And if I have to go ahead and take the measured move of the bull flag, alrighty, and now plot it on the break, where will this take Cardano up to? This will take, what do you know? Our target zone, okay? This would actually take Cardano all the way up to 64 cents, right? This is the measured move of that bull flag, once again, confluencing with that weekly region of resistance overhead. While editing the video, I just wanted to give you guys a quick aside. I think if the bears actually have to step in, I'm just evaluating this level at around 51 cents. Yeah, pay attention to what price action does at 51 cents. I think the pressure, if there is pressure, comes in here. Okay. Now, once again, if you guys want to know why Sproutlings, you guys go ahead and check out that module. I essentially explain why that and it's actually a great level for you to practice that lesson on. So just a heads up. But if we start breaking this 51-cent region, at that point, top of the range, basically that bull flag target, which comes in around what 62, 64, all the way up to the top of the range, 69, is super plausible. Okay, that's on the books. But watch for how price first reacts off of 51. Okay, before we actually make our way up to those targets around 63 to 69. So just a quick aside. And what you guys need to understand is that the target that I have in front of me is just targets that I have come up with using, well, price action, right? Historic price action for the most part. And, well, this little bull flag pattern right here. But this bull flag pattern, guys, is a part of a much bigger pattern that just triggered. And this is something that I have been talking about now for, well, weeks on end. And this is it right here, the W-like formation, right? And if I have to go ahead and take the measured move of the W, okay, and plot that on the break, and notice where price is living, okay? We're currently living over the neckline of the W-like formation. The neckline, guys, came in at around 45 cents on the dot, right? If I have to go ahead and evaluate that measured move, that's going to take Cardano all the way up to 87 cents. Right, that is the primary target that we have been gunning for. From 45 cents, the break all the way up to around 87 cents, that's going to be a good 94% to the upside at the very least. And of course, guys, it's not necessary that Cardano gets up to 87 cents in just one straight line. We could see something like this, right? And this would still be a very active play. So yeah, watch out for these plays on Cardano. As far as the pullback opportunity is concerned, I'm first going to be looking for this 5% move all the way up to 51 cents before I could then anticipate or even look for a pullback opportunity on Cardano. Okay, at that point, I'll be looking at my minor timeframes. But of course, guys, if we get any adverse moves, I will be updating you. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash likes, and I will see you in the next one. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, guys.